Yo everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing my, what month is it now? It's May, so my April favourites. We are almost halfway through the year, big surprise, time just flies. Okay, so I've got quite a few things. Some of them I'm going to show you in a bit more detail than others. So see, these are some of the things that I've basically been loving the past month. So the first thing I'm going to show you is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place makeup. Mine is in the shade Cashew. Now the reason that I'm showing this is, and I know I've shown it in loads of other videos, is because I love this. This is definitely my go-to favourite foundation right now. The past 2-3 weeks, if you follow me on Instagram or on Twitter, you would know that I've been working a lot of extra hours and I've been doing a lot of travelling. I've had to go backwards and forwards to Kent, which is a county next to London, but unfortunately it's not next to my part of London, it's all the way at that end. So I've had to do a lot of long hours. I've had to be outside a lot. So something like the Double Wear Stay in Place is the perfect kind of foundation for those days where you are going to be out of the house for at least 18 hours. You're not going to have a chance to touch up or keep an eye on your makeup to make sure that it looks fresh. This one just does not budge. I love this foundation so much. Double Wear Stay in Place, 100%. It just doesn't move. I'm going to link my review to it below so that you guys can see a little bit more in depth, but I've been really loving this. This has been saving my face from looking like oily this month, especially because the weather's been getting quite warmer. This is Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in the shade Spicy. It is a beautiful kind of dirty orange colour, like a rusty sort of orange, and obviously I am loving the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipsticks, which is why I ended up getting another one. I actually bought a couple of things from her website this month, so I just kind of threw that one in just for good measure, as you do. But I've been loving this one, especially, as I said again, because I've been working so many long hours recently, and again not being able to touch up my makeup because, as I said, I work in property, so sometimes I'm required to go onto construction sites which is full of dust and mud and dirt and stuff, and the only thing that ends up looking any kind of good on me is just my makeup, even though I'm covered in dirt. So wearing these Stay All Day liquid lipsticks, the ones that just don't budge, the liquid to matte lipsticks, is perfect if you're working in that kind of environment, so you don't have to worry about touching it up. Another one is the Dose of Colours liquid lipstick in the shade Bury Me Too. Now, I know it wasn't that long ago that I did my video on the lip swatches and all of that kind of thing, and the review on these Dose of Colours ones, but this one has by far been my favourite one out of all of them. I don't hate the other ones. I think they're great, but one that is actually my favourite for this month, or the past month, was that one. The other ones, still favourites, but not as much as this one. Another thing I've been loving is the L'Oreal True Match Foundation. My shade is in the 1W4, and I've been using this one a lot more than normal this month, which is why I have to say that it's a favourite. I really like the finish that this gives me. I tend to, obviously, as you guys know, use more higher end makeup. The older I've got, the more my tastes have changed, and because I have more of a disposable income, I'm able to spend that little bit of extra money on makeup where I choose to. Now, I'm not discounting drugstore products. A lot of them are great, but I do tend to gravitate more towards higher end. It's just because of how I've like kind of evolved in the makeup life of mine. But this foundation, for a drugstore foundation, I think it's really, really good, especially because the range is like that big, and I've just been loving using this one. It gives a really nice medium to buildable coverage. It's very light wearing foundation, and it gives a slight dewy look to the skin as well, which I've been loving. I've been using this blush quite a lot this month. I didn't realise until I the only way I'm able to determine what my favourites for the month are, because I have so much makeup, is by going back over my old Instagram pictures, going 4 weeks back. Okay, I used that a lot, and that must be my favourite. So that's what I did with this one. I noticed that I'd used this one quite a lot. This is Nars Torrid, and this is like a gorgeous, very strong peachy shade, and it's awesome to use as an everyday kind of blush. Plus it's very buildable to then move on to more nighttime sort of looks. I was actually wearing this yesterday, so I've really, really been loving this. It's like a deep peach, but not quite orange. Now, this eyeshadow that I'm going to show you, this is Wisteria by Makeup Geek. Now, I have had this for quite a while now, at least a year maybe. I've never really given it as much love on my YouTube channel as I think that I should. I actually have used this very, very many times. It's a satiny type of lavendery purple, and especially if you're going for pink makeup looks or pink eye makeup looks, you have to be careful when using pink so as not to make your eyes look kind of red and accentuate the redness in the whites of your eyes. This one I always tend to use as a crease colour as opposed to a lid colour. It is soft enough, and even though it's not quite matte, it's matte enough, and it's very subtle. So it works really, really well as a transition colour to use in your crease if you're going for purple eye looks, as well as pink ones too. Because it's close, it's not too deep a purple that it would interfere with a pink eye makeup look. I'm not sure if I showed this one in my last video, I can't remember. It's the Tarte Cosmetics Tartlette palette, and I think I did a makeup tutorial on it. What am I talking about? Here you go. So what it looks like, it is full of matte eyeshadows, all warm toned, one or two cool toned ones, but mainly warm. I have used this quite a lot. I've pretty much used every shade there is in this palette since I got it, and I have been loving it a lot. I got mine from QVC Beauty, so it was a luck sort of thing, because then as soon as I bought it, it sold out like 2 minutes later. But I think you can still buy it from Sephora if you really, really, really have to have it and you really want it. You can, and they do ship to the UK. So that's the Tartlette palette. Now this is something which is a recent purchase of mine, and I'm still, to be honest, kind of sitting on the fence, and the reason that I've included it in this video is because I want you guys' opinion, because it has been around for so long. It's not a new product. There will be quite a few of you that have tried it, and it is the Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer. My shade is in SX08, which is actually perfect for me. It's very, very yellow based. Now this is a concealer, skin enhancer, whatever the hell you want to call it. A lot of people tend to use it as a concealer on their face. It is so thick. I mean, I'd seen other people's reviews. I'd seen quite a few people's reviews actually, and they're like, yeah, it is super thick, super creamy, but it's awesome. Now first things first, it smells expensive. It smells like one of my mum's perfumes. Like my mum's always worn very strong, musky, adult perfumes. And it smells like one of those. It smells expensive. Now, I've not used it that many times. Under the eyes, forget it. It creases like no one's business. And that is mostly because it is so creamy. But on the face, oh my God. You don't even need to use that much. When I say don't need to use that much, I mean that much. Can you even see how much I've just put on my finger? That's it. Blends out really beautifully. And it covers like no one's business. Like, I was having one of them bad skin days today, and I don't normally wear concealer on my face. I generally tend to kind of just build up my foundation in the areas that I want extra coverage. But I thought, well, I do have this, and it weren't cheap. How much was it? Like £38? I don't know, but it was expensive. And jumped on the bandwagon, clearly. And I applied it to a few areas of my face. Now, I've got a beauty spot there, and generally you can always see the beauty spot through my foundation, because even though I use a lot of products, I don't use a lot of the product itself. It's completely covered up my beauty spot, and it's completely covered up so many different areas. It's an awesome, awesome concealer, but I think I'm going to have to use it a little bit more and then do a proper review on it. But I really like to know what you guys' thoughts are of this. Philip Treacy, he is a millionaire, a hat person, a hat maker. In the UK, he's a UK based fashion designer for hats, and he did a little collection for MAC, and I bought one of his lipsticks. This is the one called Hollywood Cerise. It's basically a gorgeous magenta fuchsia colour. Yes, it is very, very dupable. No, you don't have to go out and definitely get it, but I did. Now, the last thing that I want to kind of show you, and it's going to be very difficult, is my Colourpop Cosmetics haul stuff. That is the one product that I have used the most this month. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I'm not lying. And because it was such a large haul, it's taken me a month to get through it. I've finally used all the blushes, all the eyeshadows, and all the lipsticks and lip pencils. So here's what I'm keeping them in at the moment. They're all just Colourpop, Colourpop. Most of them are in here. Oh, it's got a bit of dust. These plastic things really do organise stuff. I think I got this from, where did I get this from? Dollarama. $1.25 if you're wondering. And it holds about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 of these eyeshadows. And then, that was from when I went to Canada, by the way. Then here are my blushes, which I've also been keeping in something else I think I got from Dollarama. Love you lots, dollar stores. We have Poundland, but your ones are better. So here, some of my blushes, a couple more. Been loving all of them so much. And my lippie pencils and lippie sticks are being kept in one of these. This is, there are things I keep in the front, but it's just for the video. Oh, it's broken. Oh. But just for the sake of the video, I've removed all the other things. So these are all the lippie sticks and lippie pencils, which I have been loving. I bought this plastic thing from Amazon. It's not the most strongest because it was broken when I got it. And yeah, but it was like £2. So, you know, can't complain. Right, and now I am going to show you something which I have not been loving so much this month, and you may be surprised to hear it is one of the Stila Stay All Day liquid lipsticks, my favourite ones as well. And this is in the shade Bellissima. Now, I got this the week that I coloured my hair, so that was like at the beginning of the month. It's been like 3 weeks already. I can see my white hair starting to grow through my Cruella de Vil stripe that I have, which I started to grow when I was 20 years old. Starting to come through. Anyway, this is just much too light for me. The only way I can describe it is like a pukey pink. And I bought this, I think I bought this online. I'm not actually sure, I can't remember. But it just does not suit me. It gives me that pink concealer mouth look. So I used MAC's Whirl lip pencil to make it more wearable. So it's a shame, sometimes when it comes to the lighter versions of these Stay All Day liquid to matte lipsticks, no matter what the brand, the nudes and the pinks can be very hard to pull off because it is a complete opaque full coverage colour on your mouth. So you can't even sheer these kind of things out because they are meant to be full coverage and they're meant to obviously dry down completely matte. So unfortunately this isn't a favourite of mine. It's not to say that the product's rubbish, it's just that the colour doesn't suit me. So like I said, to make it more wearable, I used Whirl Lip Liner by MAC, which is the kind of muted plum shade, to darken it slightly, and voila, it was perfect. So yes, so I think that is it for my video. Apologies about the creased t-shirt. I love this t-shirt. It says, "And what?" And yeah, I just couldn't be bothered to iron it. It was at the bottom of my drawer and I missed wearing it. So that's why I'm a bit grubby looking. But my makeup's alright. Anyway, I hope that you're all okay. And I hope that your month of May has started off well. And if you've got any comments, leave them below. I'll do my best to answer you as soon as I can. Other than that, I hope you're having a lovely day and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.